Okay. Great. Okay. Welcome to Wednesday yoga. So glad to see everybody. Nice big group today. It's really nice to have you all here. Feeling good. We're gonna start today's practice laying down on your back. We've had some requests for hips, and hamstrings, so we're gonna get into those. All right, so find a comfortable position on your back. And just settle in. So just take a few moments here to feel the back of the body supported by the floor beneath you. Feel the front of the body light with room to move as you inhale and exhale. Relaxing through the neck and shoulders. Feeling your low back supported and grounded down. Eyes are closed. Breath is flowing with ease. And then just take a few moments here to bring your awareness inward. So in from the space that you've created in your home, into your body, into your thoughts and feelings, physical feelings, what you're feeling in the body, emotional feelings, what you may be feeling in the heart. I know for me during this time, my feelings feel like they're on a roller coaster. Just up and down, but just taking the time to just settle in and try to cultivate those positive feelings. So if anything negative comes up, any worry, just try to let that go on every exhale. So thinking about when you bring in your breath, bring in positive energy, positive thoughts, things that make you happy and joyful and light. And then when you exhale, let go anything that feels dark, heavy, stressful. Use that exhale to push it out, let it go. That can be a nice visual when you're feeling overwhelmed, to really close the eyes, use your breath to pull in what you want and blow out and push away what you don't want. So let's just hug the knees into the chest. So when you hug the knees in, lift your low back off the floor just for a second, and then you'll feel a little stretch, and then when you bring the low back down, there's more space. The back is a little bit more lengthened. Let your shoulders pull down away from the ears. You can rock your legs left to right. You can make some circles with the knees moving in one direction and then moving in the other. And then holding on to the backs of your thighs, knees can stay bent, just lift the feet. So we're pointing and flexing the feet, make some circles with the ankles, but you're supporting the legs with your hands. Knees are softly bent, so you don't need to worry about your hamstrings at this moment. Breathing deeply here. And then we'll just gently let the feet come back down to the floor. We're going to take the arms out to the side. So bring your arms out and let the chest open. Feel the shoulder blades down on the floor. fronts of the shoulders are open. You can rock your head left to right, releasing a little bit of the neck. And then from here, we're going to bend the elbows so that your arms are more of a cactus or a field goal. Maybe the tops of the hands can rest along the floor. They might not be able to, that's okay. Pausing here as you're opening up a little bit deeper. And then we'll take a deep breath in and see if you can begin to straighten the arms up overhead. So the arms go a little bit straighter. Fingertips reach back, but the shoulders are still pulling down. Breathing deeply, so with the arms up overhead, we're opening up the rib cage to make space for the lungs, for your breath. And then drawing your belly down, so your low back is pressing down and your belly is strong, lift the legs up towards the ceiling. So the legs are lifting up, you'll feel your belly strong, your back is supported, shoulders are open. Take a full breath in, and then exhale out of the mouth, hug the knees to the chest. Option to lift your forehead to your knees. You don't have to do that if anything feels extra tight in the neck. Inhale, arms reach up and back, feet lift. Exhale, out of the mouth, hug the knees in. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. Good, we're going to take the left foot down on the floor with the knee bent. Right foot's reaching up towards the ceiling. You're just going to interlace your hands behind your right thigh. So your knee might be bent. You might be working towards going a little straighter. Feel the shoulders drawing down. Your right foot can be completely relaxed for now. We can let the left leg go straight along the floor. So you're opening up the top of the left thigh. And you can relax your left foot. Eyes are closed, just pause here. So if you want to feel a little bit more, you can flex your right foot. Even with a bent knee, you'll feel the stretch come down deep into the hamstring. And then maybe even pressing your right leg a little straighter. And you don't have to hold that. Maybe you inhale and just push the leg up, and then your exhale can find softness. Or just a hold. Foot reaches up, and you're able to breathe, releasing the hamstring, flexed foot. Again, think about what you can take in and what you can let out. Take one more deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, just hug the right knee into the chest. We'll bend the left knee so your left foot comes on the floor. Right ankle is going to cross over your left leg above the knee. So maybe put your hands on your rib cage here. So the rib cage is going to stay pretty solid. Shoulders are solid. You're just going to start to sway your legs left to right. And notice that your hands on the ribs don't move. So everything from the hands down is getting a nice little stretch and opening. So you're getting movement in the hips, in the low back, but trying to stay stable in the center and the mid back. So not going too far here, just getting into the low back, gently. It's nice to look at the spine sometimes, just different sections at a time. The low back, the mid back, the up back, top back. Okay, come back to center here. Couple options. You can stay right here. Right hand goes on the right knee. Gently guide it away. Or you can scoot your left foot a little closer in towards your left hip and stay right there. Maybe you can reach for the back of your left thigh and you draw the left knee into the chest. So these are all different options for opening up your hip, depending on where you are today. That's where you're meant to be. So just allow your body to settle into the pose and then breathe. If you're finding an area that is tight, so if you notice, if you sway to the left and then draw the left knee in towards your left shoulder, you might feel that right hip. Pause there and breathe. Both feet can stay relaxed, or you can flex your right foot, which gets a little bit deeper into the hip. You can lift your left foot up towards the ceiling and flex that foot. You can lift the head and upper back off the floor if you'd like. Shape of the legs will come back to center rather than to the left. And then if you want to walk your hands higher up on the leg, you can. Maybe reaching for the calf. Maybe you can reach higher up to the ankle or the foot. But wherever you are, the shoulders are drawn down away from the ears. The belly is drawing down towards the floor. And any version of this pose you're in, you're breathing in and you're breathing out. Take a nice full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's release. Left foot is going to come down to the floor. Right foot is going to come next to the left foot. We're going to widen the feet about hip width apart. Arms reach away from each other. Gently let your legs fall over to the right and pause here. So legs are over to the right. The left knee is drawing away from the left hip. The left hip is drawing away from your left shoulder. Your low back is lifted off the floor gently, getting a little stretch in the low back. Pausing here, you can turn your head over your left shoulder. On your next inhale, we're going to bring the legs back to center, and then we'll exhale, legs to the left. So again, actively think about moving your right knee away from your hip. So you're actually reaching your knee to the left corner of your room. And then your hip is reaching away from your right shoulder. And then breathing deeply here. You're opening up the low back gently. You can turn your head over your right shoulder. Feel the length in your spine. Left leg is totally relaxed. Right leg is creating space along the top of the right thigh and the back of the right side of the body. Take a deep, full breath in, and then as you exhale, let's bring the legs back to center, even out the hips, and we're going to take the left leg straight up towards the ceiling, interlace your hands behind the left thigh. Really pull the shoulders down away from the ears. You can relax your left foot here. We're just starting to get into the hamstring. Right leg can go straight along the floor if you'd like. Relax the right foot. And then as you get into the pose and settle in deeper, maybe the left leg goes straighter and maybe you ease in and out of that. Maybe you straighten and then pause and relax and bend. Maybe you want to hold straight and flex the foot. That's getting really deep into the hamstring. Low back is grounded down. Belly is strong. Eyes can be closed. Breathing in and breathing out. Hips are grounded down. We're lengthening through the left thigh. We'll take a nice full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's soften. Hug the left knee into the chest. The right foot is going to come to the floor with a right bent knee. Left ankle crosses over the right leg above the knee. Hands can hold on to the rib cage on either side of your body. You can just let the elbows rest down on the floor. And then just a gentle right to left with the shape of your legs, trying to keep the mid and upper back and shoulders grounded. So you're just stretching through the hip and low back. You can take the legs as deeply as you'd like, but nice and slow. And then coming back to center, couple options. Left hand on the left knee. Just draw it away, opening up the hip. You can scoot your right foot closer in towards your right hip. Pause there. Or you can reach for the back of your right thigh. You don't have to. We can get into the hip by keeping the foot on the floor and just opening the left knee. So pause here, relaxed feet. Shift the legs a little bit over to the right. Gently draw the right knee into the chest, into that right shoulder. And feel what you feel in the left hip, the left seat. You can flex the left foot. Let's pause here for a moment, really releasing the tightness and tension that gets trapped in the hip. Relaxing through the back, shoulders, face. And then adding on, if you'd like, the right leg can reach up towards the ceiling. You'll notice the legs will shift back to center. You can stay right there with a flexed right foot, flexed left foot. If you want to lift your head and upper back off the floor, you can, drawing the belly in and down. Maybe the hands reach a little higher up on the right leg, reaching for the calf or ankle or foot. Belly is drawn down, shoulders are relaxed here. Still getting into the left hip and the right hamstring, getting a little extra added bonus here, a little stretch. Able to breathe with ease. Take a nice full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's release. Let the head come down, the right foot come down, and the left foot come next to the right. So here we're going to come into a little bit deeper of a twist on either side. So before we had the feet hip width apart. This time you're going to bring your feet together, and then there's three options. You can either stay here, let your legs drop over to the left, arms reach away from each other. So with the feet together, it's a different pose than when the feet are apart. If you want to go deeper, feet are back to center, right thigh can cross over to the left, hips can scoot over to the left, legs drop over to the right. Left, sorry. So the legs are on the left for now. A little bit deeper of a twist, so you can decide. Legs crossed, a little bit more modified, legs stacked, a little bit easier. Maybe you just let the left leg open and the right leg stays upright. So see what feels okay for your body here in this twist, going as deep as feels okay for you. So just 3 really slow deep breaths here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. One more full breath. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to bring the legs back to center. And we're just going to take a twist to the other side. Again, hips are even. Feet are on the floor either together and legs are stacked, dropping both over to the right. If that's too much, let the left knee come back to center. Little deeper, left thigh crosses over the right, hips scoot over to the left, both legs drop over to the right. So just see where you are today. Try to completely relax the legs, so not worrying about trying to move the knee away from the hip. Just completely relax the body here in the twist. Just feel the rise and fall of the belly, opening through the chest and rib cage. Both shoulders and shoulder blades are down on the floor. And let's just take 3 deep breaths here together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. One more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. We'll bring the legs back to center. Uncross them if they're crossed. Even out the hips. We'll hug the knees into the chest. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale, arms reach up, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. Good, 2 more. A little more force with the exhale. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, really empty. One more time. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. We're going to slowly transition up. You can either rock up to sit, or you can roll to one side and press yourself up to sit. And we're going to come right onto hands and knees. So coming on to hands and knees, using any props that you'd like. Feel free to put a blanket under your knees if you need a little extra support. We're going to take the wrists underneath the shoulders or a little tiny bit in front. Hips are over the knees. And just begin to move your spine with your breath. So just as you inhale, a gentle drop of the belly, a softening of the elbows, and the shoulders pull away from your ears as you lift your chin. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin, straight arms, and then round the back. Really lift the center of your back towards the ceiling. Inhale again. This is gentle. Drop the belly, soft elbows, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck, round. Really push the center of your back up. And then one more time like that. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. And exhale, tuck and round. Good, we're gonna come back to neutral here. The right foot is gonna go straight back, toes are down on the floor. We're gonna gently rock front to back, rolling out the bottom of the foot through the calf, through the arch of the foot, the heel, and the toes. And then coming back to center, really draw the belly in here. Feel the belly draw in. Face is parallel to the mat. Shoulders are away from your ears. Left hand is going to reach forward. Lifting the right leg if that feels okay. And then just pause here. Take 3 really deep breaths. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Left hand comes down. Right toes go straight back behind you. We're going to pivot the left foot off of your mat to the left. Roll to the arch of your right foot. Press the right foot flat into the floor as you lift your right hand up towards the ceiling. Okay, a couple options here. Lots of options actually, depending on where you're feeling yourself today. You can lift the right leg if you want to. You can bring the right foot back down to the floor and cross your left ankle in front of the right ankle. Going a little bit deeper, maybe you scoot your left foot under your right foot so the arches are stacked. And if you're feeling really strong and adventurous, maybe you lift your right leg. Belly is in. You're able to breathe. Whatever version of the pose you're in. If you need to drop the foot, drop the knee. Whatever you need to do, take a deep, full breath in. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down to the floor. Both knees come down to the floor. Wide knees, toes touch, child's pose. Head comes down. Relax the hands. You can bring them back by your ankles or your feet. You can turn your head left to right. You can roll your hips left to right. Just giving your wrists a little break here. Reconnect with your breath. Take one more nice deep breath in. As you exhale, come on up, but this time you're going to bring your forearms down to the floor in front of you. Knees are going to come parallel to each other. So I'm in like a table pose, but my elbows are down, my forearms are down. Couple options. You can step your right foot back, left foot back, and you're in forearm plank, or you can drop your knees if you need a break. So join me in forearm plank here. Belly draws in. Shoulders are away from the ears and away from each other. Keeping your breath flowing with ease. Again, knees can come down if you need to. Building a little bit of heat from the inside out. Keeping your breath flowing with ease. Take a nice, deep, full breath in. And then as you exhale, drop the knees, reach back. Child's pose, this time keep the hands out in front and just stretch through the back, stretch through the belly, stretch through the shoulders. We're just taking 1 or 2 breaths here, and then we're going to come back to table. Okay, so from table, hands and knees. 3 breaths, just moving your spine with your breath. So your inhale is a gentle drop. Don't go too deep here when you drop the belly down. Lift the chin, elbows, shoulders soft. Exhale, push the floor down, round the back. Really tuck the chin. Inhale, drop and open. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time like that. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, tuck and round. Good. Coming back to neutral spine. Left foot goes straight back, toes on the floor. A gentle rock front to back, stretching through the toes, heel, calf. And then coming back to neutral. Right arm is going to reach towards the front of the room. Draw the belly in. We'll lift the left leg. Find your balance here. Nice flexed back foot, belly strong, thigh strong. 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more just like that. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Right hand comes down to the mat. Left foot goes back to the floor. Right foot opens to the right. Left foot presses flat onto the floor. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. This is a perfect place to be. Hips are stacked. Belly is in. Back is strong. Shoulders stacked. You want to challenge yourself a little bit? Maybe see if you can lift your left knee. The left foot, only if that's comfortable. If you want to go a little deeper, maybe left ankle crosses in front of the right. Maybe the left foot scoots under the right foot. And maybe the left foot lifts. Whew. That's really hard. Try to keep the hips lifted. Breathing here. Whatever pose you're in is perfect. As long as you can breathe with ease. One more full breath in. As you exhale, we're going to bring that left hand down. Both knees come down. Child's pose. Relax the tops of the hands by your feet. Relax the shoulders. Reconnect with your breath. Okay, coming back up onto hands and knees. Actually, forearms and knees. Forearms are forward. Hands are parallel. Shoulders over elbows. We're going to change this up a little bit. So you're going to take both feet back. So you're in your forearm plank. Okay, your feet are hip width apart. You can stay here and just forget what I'm going to add on, or you can try something new. You're going to roll to the pinky side of your right foot and the arch side of your left foot. So both of my feet are facing to the left. Both forearms are down. My hips are lifted. You will feel your love handle on the right. Breathe deeply. If you're down on your knees, that's okay. You can let that right shin and right knee come down. Otherwise, it's lifted. Come back to center. Roll up onto your toes. Even out your feet. Roll to the pinky side of your left foot. Big toe arch side of your right foot. Both elbows and forearms are down. Lift your hips. That's your left love handle. Breathe deeply. Otherwise, you're just in a regular forearm plank, which is fine, or knees are down. One breath in, and then exhale. Come back to center. Take a rest. Hips go back. You can reach your arms behind you. Interlace them. Let them rest on your low back. Rock left to right. And just breathe deeply. Okay, from here, we're going to step your right foot forward up between your hands. So if you have blocks and you prefer to use your hands on blocks, that's fine. I'm going to teach without them just in case you don't have them. But if you do have blocks, feel free to have your hands on blocks here. The right knee is over your right ankle. We're going to curl the left toes under and come into a low lunge. So if you need to be up maybe on fingertips, that might be helpful. Or you can have your hands all the way down or hands on blocks, wherever you can reach here. Nice strong legs here. We're strengthening the muscle that supports your hip and supports your knee. So just breathe here with strong legs. Okay, from here, we're going to drop the left knee down. Bring both hands to the inside of your front foot. Turn your right toes to 2 o'clock. Roll to the pinky side of your right foot. This is getting deep into your right hip and your left hip flexor. So feel free to put your hands wherever they need to be. They can be more over to the left if you need a little bit more support, or right underneath your shoulders is fine. Let's sway left to right. We're getting deep in that right hip joint. If you want to come down lower, you have the option to come down onto forearms. Don't feel like you have to. Whatever shape you're in, you're breathing. Maybe just the left forearm is able to come down. And the right hand can just rest on your right inner knee. Pause here. Breathe. Maybe you all want to take your right hand to your right inner knee and then just open up to the right. So just little ways to get a little bit deeper. Keep the breath flowing with ease. Getting deep into that right hip joint. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's come back up onto hands. Right foot is going to face forward. We're going to frame the front foot. As you inhale, hips drop way down, but the right knee does not pass the right ankle. Add a little lift of the chest and let your face look forward. As you exhale, you can leave the hands where they are. Start to pull your hips back. Head hangs down. Lengthen through that right hamstring. Inhale. Hips go forward. Lift the chin. Exhale. Pull back with the hips. Lengthen that right hamstring. Pull the right hip back. And then one more time. Inhale. Drop the hips. Lift through the chin and chest. And then exhale. Pull back. Okay, you can stay here. You can walk your hands back and try to get your right leg a little straighter. You can lift your right toes so your right heel is down on the floor. You can lift the chest a little bit. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. Take a deep breath in. And then from here, right hand goes to the inside of the leg. Just send that right leg back. And we'll send the left foot forward. Left foot forward. Up between your hands. Again, using blocks or whatever you need for support if you have them. I'm just showing what to do in case you don't have them. Left knee over your left ankle. Hands are framing your front foot. You can keep the right knee down, or let's get a little stronger. Lift the right knee. Right thigh is strong. Left thigh is strong. Muscles around your left hip are protecting the hip and getting that joint stronger, and the muscles around your knee are getting stronger. Just breathe through here. Be light in the hands, strong in the legs, easy with the breath. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to drop the right knee. Top of the right foot comes down. Both hands are going to come to the inside of your left foot. Turn your left toes to 10 o'clock. Roll to the pinky side. Sway left to right. If you need a little more support, maybe you bring your hands a little bit more over to the right. That's okay. Or you keep them underneath the shoulders. Try to get deep in the hips so the hips are heavy. Right hip flexor's open, left hip joint is open. You have the option to come down maybe onto the right forearm, but you don't have to. You can keep the right hand on the floor. Maybe the left hand presses gently into the left knee. Take your left shoulder back. Maybe you look up towards the ceiling, opening the left side of the chest. This gets really deep in the left knee. In the left hip. So just breathe through. Take one more full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, legs come back, hands come back to center. Left foot faces front, frame your front foot. Inhale, hips drop. Left knee does not pass the left ankle. Open up the head and chest, looking forward. Exhale, just pull the hips back. Doesn't have to go far. Try to keep the hands maybe where they were. Pull back with your left thigh, hips, and you'll feel a nice stretch in your spine. Inhale, hips forward. Lift through the chest and chin. Exhale, pull back. One more time. Inhale, drop the hips, lift the chin, and exhale, pull back. You can stay here. Option to move your hands back a little bit. Maybe the left leg goes a little straighter. Maybe the left foot lifts so the toes are up and the heel is down. Lift the chest a tiny bit and lengthen the crown of the head forward. Just breathe. Take one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, hands will come to the inside of that left foot. We're going to swing it around. 3 options here. Child's pose. You can come to cat and cow on your hands and knees. Or downward dog. Curl the toes under and lift. I like to keep my knees softly bent in downward dog. I like to feel my belly coming towards my thighs, reaching the hands way forward. It's up to you. You don't have to come into downward dog. Find your resting pose, child's pose, or table. If your knees are bent, maybe you take the time to straighten one and then bend and straighten the other. Take a nice full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're all going to come back onto hands and knees. You're going to drop down to your forearms one more time. Down onto the forearms. Fingers are relaxed. Step one foot back, then the other. Forearm plank. Belly is in. Knees can be down if they need to. Feel your chest moving away from the floor. The belly is in strong. Crown of the head is forward. Tailbone and heels are back. Just breathe. Focusing on taking that positive energy, that light, that peace, that calm, bring it in. Let go, stress, heaviness, anxiety, let it all go on that exhale. Really push it out. Take one more nice full breath in, and then as you exhale, knees come down, hips go back, child's pose. And then from your child's pose, we're going to come back up onto hands and knees, send the feet over to the right, walk your hands back to the knees, hips come down, legs come around to the front, and gently make your way to roll down on your back. Feet come down to the floor, knees are bent. Hands come by your sides, palms down. Reconnect to your breathing. Eyes can be closed. Did a lot of work with the legs and hips today and core. So allow all those muscles just to relax. And then bringing your feet a little bit closer in towards your seat. Palms will stay down for a moment. We're going to come into a moving bridge. So as you inhale, arms are going to reach up and back, and hips are going to lift towards the ceiling. That's your breath in. And then as you exhale, arms come down, hips come down. So continue those on your own, just moving with your breath. You don't have to lift too high. Just see how it feels. Inhale, you lift the hips and arms. Exhale, you lower. Inhaling to lift. Think about when you fill up the lungs, they float up like a balloon. And then when you let the air out, you just slowly drift down towards the ground. A few more just like that. Inhaling to reach and exhaling to lower. One more time. Nice full breath. Inhale and exhale. Gently take the knees into the chest, lifting a little bit off of the low back so the low back can come back down and be supported as it's lengthened. Knees go wide. You can stay right here. You can lift the feet, hold on to under the knees, modify happy baby. You can hold on to your ankles, or you can hold on to the outsides of your feet. Letting go of any last bit of tightness or tension in the hips. Relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. You can rock left to right if you want to. Getting any little movement here as you massage the back. Shoulders are relaxed. Take one more nice breath in. And then as you exhale, we'll just gently let go of the feet, but keep them up, hands reach up. So feet are up, hands are up, everything's soft. Let the eyes be closed. then whenever you're ready, the feet will come down, the arms will come down, and prepare for Shavasana, final relaxation pose. Legs can go out straight if that feels okay for you, or you can support underneath your legs with a pillow or a blanket. Let your arms go out to the sides, palms up. Feel supported through the back of the head, neck, and shoulders. And just take a few moments here to let your practice settle. And then again, thinking about taking in positive energy, positive thoughts, positive feelings, happiness, joy, gratitude. Take it all in. And then just let go. Enjoy the stillness. Enjoy the peace and quiet. Take our right hand over our hearts, left hand over the right hand, remembering that we are all connected. Not only are we here with each other, but we are here for each other. Especially this group. We are all here for you. And then when you're ready, slowly take your time to transition the body out of Shavasana. Take your time, and we'll all meet together, seated with the eyes closed, with the palms together in front of your heart. Please take your time, there's no rush. And remember to breathe in the good, breathe out the bad. Take your practice with you to have a beautiful day. Namaste.